Hey guys, Uncle Hun here again. I got another war recap for you. This was a really great war. So just a lot of fun and man, great opponents that we had. And they really came to fight. They really brought it. So they were a tough clan. They had some great bases, and man, what a great war. What made this one really great for us is that our eights really brought it. I mean, all these all these bases are 3-starred. And not saying that our nines and sevens didn't bring it because they always bring it, but our eights have been struggling a little bit for the past couple wars. But man, this word we just knocked it out of the park. Those eights did. There's so many great replays to show you. I'm only going to give you two because there's so many. I really don't know which ones to choose because there's so many. I mean, Ryan the King just came out of nowhere with some like incredible dragoning, and Grim had this awesome hog, and um, but I just want to focus on two. So I'll show you a GoWiPe from Mystic. Now she's been working on her GoWipes for a while now, and so she's getting it down pretty good. So let me show you um, her GoWiPe. Now this is a great example of someone who is able to. They can see they either made a mistake or they accidentally you know put something down in the wrong place or their finger slipped, and she's able to recover extremely well. And so something that most people would maybe lose the whole raid over, she's able to recover really well. And it starts right at the beginning too, which is like the biggest bummer. But um, when she's deploying, she's just going to do a normal go wipe. I believe she has some witches in her clan castle, so it's GoWiWi. She's going to drop both of her golems on this side over here. Now, what I think she meant to do was to have each of her golems, split that wall and go for those cannons. But what ended up happening is that both those golems clump together and they go together onto one side. So she loses a lot of just of protection where they could be tanking for a lot of her troops, and they clump together, which could be devastating for an attack. And watch how she recovers. She does a great job for it. So that happens, and then she dumps her wall breakers in. Her wall breakers goes to the first wall, and for some reason, this stupid AI decides that those wall breakers need to go attack a different wall that doesn't matter. And so instead of getting into the center, she has to scramble, and watch how she recovers. So she just did an incredible job. Way to think on the fly. Way to anticipate where your troops are going to go and correct them. So I mean, I got to show you, this is a great job. And this replay is only 2 minutes. So it goes by really fast. So we'll watch those golems. They get dropped together. Instead of splitting that wall, look, oh, it goes on the same side. So they do trigger that giant bomb. This is good. She has her wizards out there, drops those wall breakers in, and watch those wall breakers. They'll pound out that wall, and instead of going in the middle, oh, they'll go to the side. So here she has two open sections and nothing going into the center. So she sees that, and she has a couple more wall breakers, thankfully. She drops them in, you see them go to the center. As soon as they do, I gotta pause right here. So as soon as those wall breakers break up in the center, you're gonna see one golem is gonna change his path and go toward the center, which is great, it's what she wants. But none of her other troops do. All of her troops get caught in this P.E.K.K.A go-round, and they're just gonna walk around inside the base. Now she sees that, and instead of panicking, what she does is that she corrects the course of her troops. And how she does this, I wish I could have paused it right before, but she drops her king on the outside, and her king is going to take out some of those buildings and repath her troops. So this is totally intentional. This is not an accident, and you know it's not an accident because she rages her king right away. So she sees the problem, she sees it's about to happen, and she needs to get those buildings down to repath her troops. Rages that king, and then and once those troops are about to go in, she drops a rage. Now the rage, she probably doesn't get the most out of the rage, but you can't blame her for just doing this on the fly and trying to get her troops where it's supposed to go. But the rage is placed well enough that it catches her troops, catches her P.E.K.K.As, and shoots them into the middle. So what a great recovery. Watch this. So here's that king. She sees her troops aren't going to the inside. She's going to rage him up, take that out, and as soon as she gets out that wizard tower, her P.E.K.K.A.s aren't close enough to the next defense building, and they're going to, look at that, reroute, rage on them into the center. That saved her attack right there. So if she had not got her troops into the center, this would not be what it is. And look at that. So she puts a heal under her P.E.K.K.A.s because those Teslas can do some work on P.E.K.K.A.s. She still has that golem. She's got some wizards, and she's just going to town on those buildings. As she does this, she's got like 10 archers in her pocket. She throws them up at the top. So they're just going to do some work and come on down. And you'll see as her P.E.K.K.A.s and her golemites are doing some tanking, those archers are just taking care of those troops, and they'll end up taking out that archer tower, and that's the raid. I mean, this is just a prime example of how something could go wrong, and you could fix it on the fly. So not everyone can do this. So I really had to highlight this. This was such a great recovery, and man, look at all those troops she has left. So lots of troops. She still had a whole minute. So there was plenty of time to this. So great job. Really, really impressive. So great job, Mystic. Okay, I'll show you the pro. We all love seeing the pro. So we're going to go up to Fox, our number one, taking on their number one. And, you know, it's demoralizing when your number one gets 3-starred. So, I mean, it just changes the tone of the whole thing. So great job. Now, there's a lot going on in this. This is also another quick raid. So I'll just try to explain it a little bit before we go in, because it just goes really fast. So at the top up here, you see there's all these buildings up there, and there's nothing protecting them. So they're totally exposed. So instead of dropping his golems first, which are going to start taking some damage, he decides, let me take those buildings out with wizards, and then I'll drop my golems in. So pretty smart. It saves his golems a bunch of hits that they wouldn't necessarily have to have. So drops in those wizards, takes out some of those buildings, and then dumps the golems in. He's going to do 2 golems at the top, 1 on the side. That way he gets a full range, a full spread of protection for all of his troops. So as he's doing that, he's going to drop his heroes in. He's going to get that queen kill. He's going to pull the CC, rage, heal, and jump. So the jump's going to go right where the queen is, and so it's just going to be a magnet for all those troops. Going to go right into the center. Now there's going to be some crazy work going on in the center. As soon as that town hall falls, he's going to drop his hogs in from this side right here, and he's only got 7 hogs with him, and the 7 hogs are what gives him the 3-star. So you'll see those hogs will just kind of path down the bottom and take out those defensive buildings, and that's going to give him the whole raid. So let's go ahead and watch this. We'll see those wizards be dropped up at the top whenever the raid starts, and there we go. So I've got a couple wizards just doing work. Nothing's hitting them, so no reason to put in some golems yet to tank for them. So those are just free structures right there. So going to work. Look at the patience. Great timing. There goes some golems. So golems go in before the wizards are in danger. Defending queens targeting that golem. Out comes some witches, some more wizards, and then here are the heroes, clan castle witches, and the king goes directly for that queen. So it gets that queen kill, jumps in, and then all those troops are going to be just sucked right into the center of this base. Clan castle's pulled, and he's got his poison to slow him down, heal, rage, and he's just going to go to town. So here we go. We have that golem broke through that wall, and it's working its way around. And then out come those hogs. So see those hogs on the bottom? They're going to come through. There's a potential giant bomb, drops his heal, and he ends up losing half of his hogs to a spring trap, which is kind of a pity right here. But he still has, 3 or 4 hogs left? That's all he needed just to get those restless defensive structures that could have, potentially whittled away at some of his troops. Now he's going to have a ton of troops left over, but those walls are beefy, and it takes some time to get through. So those hogs did just a great job taking them out. And look, there's only 1 defensive structure left. He has 3 or 4 witches, 6 or 7 wizards, tons of archers. His queen is almost full health. He's got this golem over here just working on that wall. I mean, that wall's got no chance. And, Army of the Undead, I mean, just great. I mean, talk about demoralizing the enemy. Great job, Fox. You're the hero of the war. So this is a great war. I'm really excited to see what we're going to have in the future. So super impressive, guys. Keep up the good work, and I will talk to you guys soon.